Hello one and all, and thank you for tuning in. Today I'm going to talk about Nina's counter hit launches in Tekken 7. As per the normal hit launcher video, I would like to thank the creators of the Tekken Chicken app for making it much more easy for me to access the frame data. Alright, so let's get into it. First section we're going to talk about is counter hit launches from the first hit, highs and mids. So these are highs or mids that launch in the first hit if a counter hit connects. Maybe multiple hits after, but if the first one connects, the rest will. So just showing you here that we have counter hit on. First one is 4, known as the Magic 4, 11 frame startup. You can get a quarter circle forward 1 here, but at range this could be quite difficult. In fact, it won't work at range, but you can get a dash down 4-1. Good keep away tool, Magic 4. 4-3, nice pressure tool of Nina's, but people can block and duck on reaction. As you can see, it's plus on block as well. 14 frame startup can be a 14 frame punisher. Heaps of damage. Back 4, this is a good keep away tool as well. You get a ton of damage on counter hit, please get free up forward 2-1. I love using that move. Up forward 4, not so useful. I mean, up forward 1 is pretty much a better option. If you do up forward 4, you can get it down forward 1. If you do up 4, it won't reach. But you can get it down 4-1 in both options. Down back 2, good tracking move. I mean, pretty slow, but good range. And being a counter hit launcher is great. Mid counter hit launcher. Forward 4-3. Another move I don't use too much, to be honest, just because it's 16 frame startup and, you know, yeah. But some people can use it, can be good. Forward 2-1-4, I probably use this a bit too much. I try and hit confirm off the forward 2. And although it's a couple of hits, you still get a juggle as if it's just one move into a bound. Forward 3, good for wake up, or good for OTG. And decent damage as well. Just want to show off the upward 4-3-4, just if you want to use can opener in a juggle. Been doing that since about Tekken 5, I think. Forward 4 on counter hit knocks down. If you tick left, you can get a down 4-1 to pick up. Quarter circle forward 1. Amazing pressure tool. I love this move. Great to close the gap, amazing as a counter hit. While standing back 1, it's a 14 frame while standing but only launches on counter hit. You're more often than not either going to use while rising 1 plus 2, or you're going to use while rising 2 for a 15 frame launch. Okay, now counter hit launches from the first hit that are lows, so same principle as the highs and the mids, but these are ones that start with a low. So first one, down 3-2. Very nice, being only negative 13 now. Low mid 16 frame. Down back 4-3. Also very good, very high damage, and negative 17 frame. The wipe forward, down forward 4, as I said in the normal hit video, on if you start crouching, it's a bit faster than 24 frame. Very high risk. Just it being negative 37. Quarter circle forward 3. At far range, this move becomes slower but safer with the active frames, but can also be harder to link the down 4-1. Side step 4. To be honest, probably a low I should use a bit more often. Regardless of which side you sidestep, you can get a juggle, but if you sidestep to your right, you can get the instant while standing 1 juggles. So step to the left, you can still get a decent juggle. Okay, counter hit launches from later hits, so moves that launch in the later hit if a counter connects. They may be hit by the first hit, but can still block the follow-ups. And because it's counter hit, I mean, unless they're, after they get hit, if they're mashing buttons, I guess they might get counter hit, but typically, yeah, they might block the first and try and interrupt before the first hit might whiff. So 1-4. Pretty good damage. I mean, it's high, but it's fast and safe. 1-4-1, straight into a tailspin. Can be good to throw out after a 1-4 if the people think that they've read your pattern and don't realise that you're going to do the third hit. The final hit of 4-2-1-2, so it's uninterruptible normally, but you can delay it to try and counter hit bait, but then it can be interruptible, of course. So good to throw people out who are trying to duck or trying to interrupt the high option. Down 2 into the 3. Another nice option, as long as they're not ready to duck it. Back 3-4. I mean, I'll typically use this string to counter hit, well, it's a hit confirm if anything, but it's a good option. Can be good. Down 3-4-3. Or any variation, like I was with the down 3-2 earlier, any variation that ends in this option, the final hit. Down forward 3-2-3, so the 2 hits of this, counter hit launch. Very linear move though, so you want to be careful using it. Mid, high, mid, but they can step either direction the last hit. While standing 4-3, so if only the second hit connects, you can get a full launch off it. But it is mid-high. Okay, and what moves on counter hit knock down into a free hit? So they don't launch, but they do knock down and you get a free follow-up. Could be an OTG, or it could just be a combo with another hit. So down back 3 on counter does that lovely crumple stun. You can get heaps of things off it. I'm suggesting a forward 3, but there's lots more you can get. Now forward 4 if you tick right. The down 4-1 of ticking left won't work, but you can still get an OTG follow-up. So a forward 3 can't be avoided. While standing 4-3, if the first hit connects in this counter hit, you don't get a launch, but you can get a free forward 1+2. Well, that's it for Nina's counter hit launches. Thanks for watching everyone. Please like and subscribe, and let me know what other videos you'd like me to put up in the future. Also in the comments, how about you just let me know how you use these counter hit launches in your game, what sort of setups you use to get them in a match and hopefully make them work successfully. Thanks everyone, see you next time, bye.